Hello everyone, myself Bhumi Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Instrumentation and Control. Today's our topic is different types of program for the unit number 5, Basics of PLC Programming. In the last session, we will study about the normally open contact and the normally closed contact, and then we will take one example when the normally open contact is used for the start button and normally closed contact is used for the stop button, and then we can connect some output. So today's our topic is different type of program. So the first program is draw the ladder for the following, and the equation is given. In the process there are 3 temperature sensors, 2 pressure sensors and 1 enable input. Lamp L1 should be on as per the condition below. Okay. What is condition they will given? Any one of the temperature should be on. Then next, any one of the pressure sensors should be on. And the third condition is enable input should be activated. So we will draw the ladder diagram using this instruction. So first of all, we have to define how many inputs and outputs for this particular example. So here you can see that they will given 3 temperature sensors, 2 pressure sensors and 1 enable input. So our input is we have used 3 temperature sensors T1, T2 and T3. The second input is we have used 2 pressure sensor, and the name of the pressure sensor is P1 and P2, and the third condition will be enable input. Clear? So this is my third input, enable. Now whenever this condition is satisfied, the lamp L1 should be on. So our output is lamp L1. Okay. Now the first condition is any one of the temperature sensors should be on. So starting with the ladder diagram, first of all, the condition for the temperature sensor is any one of the temperature sensor. That means we can put the temperature sensor in the parallel connection. If any one of the temperature sensor should be on, the lamp should be on. So this is the first condition. If T1 is on, lamp will be on. If T2 is on, lamp will be on. And if T3 is on, lamp will be on. The second condition is any one of the pressure sensor should be on. So again we can put the pressure sensor in the parallel connection. If any one will be on, output should be on. And the enable input. What is the condition for the enable? Enable input should be activated. So we can put the enable input in the series connection with the temperature and pressure should be activated. That time the lamp L1 should be on. So this is my ladder diagram for this particular example. If any one of the temperature should be on, any one of the pressure sensor should be on, and enable is activated, that time lamp L1 is on. Okay, here we can use a normally open contact connection. Clear? Now the next one is draw the ladder diagram for the standard forward reverse circuit. Each direction coil has its own start and the common stop button. Both coils should not energize at the same time. Okay, means if the reverse motor will be run in the reverse direction, the forward must be off, and if motor will be run in the forward direction, the reverse direction must be off. So if one wish to go from the one direction to another, then must depress stop first. Okay, so first of all we have to define how many inputs and outputs for this particular program. So we can take, suppose IN01. This is my start button for coil 1. Okay. And IN02, this is my start button for coil number 2. Okay. Now, each direction coil has its own start button. That means we can put here 2 start button and common stop button. So we can take another button IN03, that is the master or the common stop button. Okay. Now the next condition is both coils should not energize same time. Okay. So now the next we have to take output. So CR01 is the output for coil 1 and CR02, this is the output for coil number 2. Okay. So this is my inputs and output for this program. Now next we have to draw the logic. So both coils should not energize same time. So first of all we have to draw the ladder diagram for the forward direction. So put the input for the forward direction. Suppose it is IN01. Okay, when this button is pressed or this button is on, the forward direction coil CR01 must be on. So this is my logic. Now what is the stop button? Here IN03 is my master stop button. So we can put here stop button as a normally closed contact IN03. Same logic for the reverse direction, but the reverse direction input switch is IN02. This is my stop button, master stop button, and this is my second output for the coil number 2. Okay, so this is the program for the forward reverse direction. Now what is the next condition? If one wish to go from the one direction to another, that means forward to reverse, then must depress stop first. So for that we can put here the interlock system. Now what is interlock? If more than one output is the same program, we can provide the interlock for this particular output. That means if the forward direction is there, this is the logic for the forward direction motor, and this is the reverse direction. Okay, so if the motor will be run in the forward direction, the reverse direction must be off. So we can put here forward direction in the off position, and for forward direction we can put the output of the reverse direction in the normally closed contact. So you can see here whenever the input switch 1 is on and if the reverse direction is stopped, that time the output of the forward direction will be on. Same logic will be here. Now we can put here parallel connection with the input switch output terminal. Same for the next term. Now what is the advantages for this? If the start button is not properly working, okay, so that time we can get the output from this parallel connection. So this is the optional for the programming, but if you have take some safety, that time we can connect the output signal to the parallel with the input switch. So this is my interlock logic for this particular system. So whenever the forward direction is on, reverse direction is off, and whenever the reverse direction is on, the forward direction output must be off. So this is the logic of the program number 2. Okay, now the next program is, there are 3 machines, each with its own start and stop buttons. only one may run at a time. Construct a circuit with the appropriate interlocking. So first of all, we have to decide how many inputs and the outputs for this particular program. So here we have used the three machines. So the machine name is machine A, machine B and machine C. Now machine A has start button and the stop button. Here they will ask each with its own start and stop button. So machine A has the start button, suppose IN01. Okay, and the stop button is IN04. Machine 2 has the start button IN02 and machine 3 have a start button IN06. For the stop we can put here IN05 and IN06. Okay, so this is the individual start and stop button for the three different machines. Now only one may run at a time. We have to construct a circuit with the appropriate interlocking. So we must use the interlocking process. So for that we have to draw the ladder diagram first of all. For machine A, we can put here stop button, that is IN04 for the machine A. Then the start button, it is IN01, and after that if the start button is pressed, machine A will be on. Okay, we have to also define the output signal. So for the machine A, the output is CR01. For machine B, it is CR02, and for machine 3, it is CR03. So we can put here CR01. Okay. So whenever the input signal or the switch is on, machine A will be on. Okay. Now, for the safety that we have studied in the last program, we can put here the output coil, the parallel with the input signal. So same logic will be applied for the machine 2. So the IN05 is the stop button for machine B. IN02, it is the start button for machine B, and CR02, it is the output of the machine B. And we can put here the parallel connection CR02 with the input switch. Same logic will be applied for the machine C. IN06 is the stop button. IN03 is my start button. CR03 is my output coil. And CR03 is my output for machine A, this is B, and this is machine C. Okay, so the first condition is satisfied. There are three machines, each with its own start and stop button. Okay, that we have connected in the ladder diagram. Now, the next condition is only one may run at a time. And for that, we have to put here the interlocking. Okay, so we can put here interlocking. Suppose for machine A, we can put the interlocking, the output of machine 2 and machine 3. Same logic will be applied for the machine B. Here CR01 is a normally close contact and CR03, and for machine C we can put CR01 and CR01 as a normally close contact. Now the next logic is there, if input switch is pressed, if both the input switch IN01 and IN02 will be pressed at the same time, so both machine will be run at the same time. But our condition is that only one machine will be run at a time. So for that we can also provide the interlocking for the input switch. So for machine A we can put the interlocking which inputs is IN02 and IN03. For machine B, it is IN01 and IN03. And for machine C, we can put the interlocking IN02 and IN01. So this all connection is for the interlocking, because the condition in the program is only one machine will be run at a time. Okay, so this is the ladder logic diagram for the program number 3. Okay, now the last program is a fan is to be started and be stopped for any of the 3 locations. Each location has a start and the stop button. Okay, so it is very easy. First of all, we have to decide the start and the stop button. So we have write location number 1, location number 2 and location 3. Suppose the location 1 has the start button IN01, location 2 has IS02 and location 3 have IN03. Now the stop button name is IN04, IN05 and the IN06. Okay, now what is the condition? And we have also defined the output. So our output is, the name of the output is suppose fan. Then we can write capital F. Okay, now what is the condition? A fan is to be started and stopped for any of the 3 locations. Any of the 3. Each location has start and stop button. So for that, okay, so for that we have to draw the ladder logic diagram. First of all, we can put stop button IN04, IN05 and IN06. It is normally close contact. And what is the condition for the starting position? Any one will be on. The output must be on. So this is my output F, and for that any one of the input, that means IN01 or the IN02 or the IN03. Any one of the input will be on. The output fan must be off. That means always we can put the stop button in the series connection. That means any of the stop button will be pressed, the fan will be closed. And any of the start button is pressed, the fan will be on. So this is the logic for the program number 2. So as you study that using the only normally open and normally closed contact and the series parallel connection and with the interlock, we can easily draw the PLC programming using the ladder logic diagram. Okay. Thank you everyone. If anyone have doubt, then contact me in my email ID.